Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into it. So today, giving you an update on the black hole finance, or the lack of updates. But I guess technically there are, because the mouthpiece, aka Ray, has stated this in the Telegram group. So I'm going to share that with you, as well as don't forget we have our continued gaslighting narrative. So I want to play a clip from that. But first, if you are an investor in Animal Farm V1, V2, and potentially what would have been V3, but now black hole finance, and you are wondering what is going on with your investment, as you've probably been wondering with all the other updates or lack thereof from all the other projects that were created in the Drip ecosystem that never came to fruition, you're probably wondering what the status is. And that is par for the course, because we're always wondering what the status is. But now, instead of getting weekly updates or any updates at all from Forex, I think it's been like a month now or so, even though black hole finance was done back in, I don't freaking know, June, July, whatever. Now, if you want to get updates, you got to pay for them. So there's a $5,200 paywall. So this person, Rainer Drip Addict, said, when are we going to get an update? Forex still working on Black Cube at the moment. Testing, auditing, where are we now? And even Crypto Kings chimed in because this poor kid is wrecked. Forex had a big marketing meeting a few days ago, and it looked like it's about to be go time. This is the same thing he's been saying for the past 12 months. Come on, bro. I'd expect a big announcement next week. Yep, that's another one of his catchphrases. And then Ray chimes in. He's been updating in the DAO. So if you're wondering, about your investment, well, just pay a $5,220 and you too can get information on what's not actually going on. And then his next statement, public update will be when he's ready to go / something to show. So basically that means shit ain't ready. And that's why he hasn't released anything. So I'm going to hypothesize, I'm damn sure not paying $5,000 to get into a group where Ray actually will get people kicked out for messages and statements they've made in other groups. So you can literally buy a seat and then not get access to the group. So there's no way in hell I'd pay for that. But I'm going to hypothesize that there are no updates to give. Why? Because he's probably shit on the development team again. And half of them have probably left again. Well, he probably only had like 2 or 3 people. But when you keep treating your people like shit, then you can't get anything executed. That's why we always have so many delays. It's because of the way Forex treats people. So chances are, yeah, they may have been ready or something, or maybe something he can fix. I don't know. And 9 times out of 10, like we've seen, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. He probably didn't pay them like he's supposed to, or change the entire scope. Scope creep is what he's definitely known for. So who knows? I'm not in the DAO, so I'm just making shit up. But we have seen this with other things. So it would be par for the course if that be the case. But the funny thing, I think, is that, yeah, if you want information, all you got to do is pay to get some access. That's Ray for you, right? Pay. He's been updating people in the DAO. Sure, that sounds like a great idea for people who have been wrecked and led astray for the last year and a half. Now go ahead and just pay for some REAP tokens. And I think there was some other updates he put in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, this person asked, have there been any updates on Piggy Plinko? It seemed like it was ready to go, but fell lower on the priority list, but I haven't heard any news. Yeah, update is we are rebranding, so no Piggy Plinko. But the Plinko game will come out with a suite of other games and also a game platform, potentially to be launched on Arbitrum. More details in the previous AMAs, but it's not in the short-term horizon. Yeah, more gaslighting. This shit ain't coming out anytime soon. Forex just talks about stuff that sometimes isn't even his. Shout out to Bitfighters. And we never actually see developed or brought to fruition. But we get strung along, and if you haven't woke up now, previously, you believed that things would actually come about. Let's see, what do you say? Forex, sign of life, please. If you're alive, please give a sign. Chill, sir. Leave Forex alone. He has to gaslight and, create false narratives for people. He's busy. He's busy managing and doing a whole bunch of nothing. He's in the DAO. He's good. That's from Ray as well. And then Ray forwards this message. I hope everyone had a happy holiday. Hell, that could have been from last year. But anyway, so the piece that I want to point out is that, yes, if you too can get access to your capital and find out what's going on with it, just for $5,020. As this person said here, Miro, 4 more messages, and Ray's response, join the DAO, and then sends information about the DAO, and Ray puts the price up and then says, yeah, there you go, $5,202. And I wanted to bring that up because that is interesting to see. In all seriousness, the REAP token is doing swimmingly. $17 up from a low of like 10, I think. It dropped down in the middle of November. So that is impressive. And remember, I showed you guys back in this video here, this one, Secret Sentiment Exposed 5 months ago, the token launched at 10 cents. So can't shit on the REAP token. Again, that is Forex's best project to date. Everything else has been shit. But supposedly he launched this one himself. And it's the best performing token by far. Now, also what's interesting is in this video 5 months ago, which was June 14th, there was 169 members in the DAO. Remember, you gotta have 300 REAP tokens. As of today, that number has dropped. So 11 people have left the DAO since then. And the price then was around 30 bucks, $28 or something like that. And it was trading sideways, bouncing around that level. So I think since then, well, I don't think, it's clearly because there's less people now, 169 to 155 or whatever I just said, 157. So 12 people have left, but of course you could have people trading amongst themselves and all that. But you go back here, this is where it was in that video, it was bouncing around here. And then I think, again, this is a clear narrative of how people are feeling about Forex. But again, there's still a butt ton of people in there. At $5,000 a pop and 150 heads, you do the math, that's still a lot of people, but you cannot deny this happening. So, and you can't blame this on the bear market either, because even ETH has been up. And if this was actually a like DAO or something that had value for the token holders, like actual alpha or I don't know, access to certain things, then you would see this actually trade up. Like, for example, Tony Robbins Mastermind, $100,000 a year. They rarely have open seats available. The only time the seats come available is if somebody leaves or dies. So certain groups where you're paying for access, if it's worth its salt, then it holds that price because the value you pay for it stays within that range. For example, I'm a holder of Tom Bilyeu's NFTs, and he gives private access to the legendary token holders, and for the most part for 2 years those have stayed the same. I think Gary V's as well. So there is value in access or proximity, as Tony Robbins would say, but I don't believe that that value is being shown here. Yes, they did just have that Acquirify AMA, but they did the raise for that a while ago. But again, the chart speaks for itself. So the point I'm getting at is, for a while it hung around and above close to 30 bucks, and then in the last 5 months it has cut itself in half. Now granted though, it has gone back up from the low of $10, and that's still up substantially from the launch price of 10 cents. So can't knock that at all, but that is something to be aware of. And also how something for, or not how, let's say something to keep in mind of how Forex treats investors. So if you want access, or if you want to know what's happening to your tokens, your project, the migrations or whatever, instead of him actually being transparent, forthcoming, putting out information weekly like he said he would do many times before, we don't get anything. And then the mouthpiece of the community says that if you want to get access, then join the DAO. So that is just, to me, a blatant disrespect to the investors, the people who have been sitting on the sidelines holding the fort and participating in this ecosystem, and he just continues to shit on them left and right, him and Ray both. And speaking of shitting and gaslighting, I want to play this clip because you need to be aware of the lies so you don't fall victim to it again. Let's play this clip from good old Ray.
Keep in mind, just running it back, the reason why all of this is taking place is we were heading down a spiral of inflation. It was there were points that where we could maybe have potentially, managed it, but ultimately, guys, we were fighting a never-ending battle of inflation.
So this is in reference to the migration to Black Cube and turning off the faucet, and why we are sitting where we are right now, basically. So this was a video he put out 2 weeks ago. So remember, the reason we're here is because of the massive inflation. That is true. But let's figure out where this inflation came from. Let's listen to Ray's response to that. Because yes, the token was inflating 1% per day. But remember, Forex also lied to us and told us that it was sustainable, and that with all these new projects he was developing, that he would find a way to add utility to Drip. Then he just shit on Drip and didn't do anything for it. But we all were hoping and believing that that 1% utility could be added by adding projects, i.e. Scratchy, for example.
We were fighting a current that was always against us because there were people who didn't want to see Drip succeed, you know what I'm saying? And it's very difficult when...
Pause that real quick. I don't think there's anybody that didn't want to see Drip succeed. That's a straw man argument. So everybody invested in Drip wanted to see it succeed, for sure, because they were making money off of it. Like, if you have your investment, you want it to thrive. Now, many of us may have taken our head out the sand and started asking questions. And when you ask questions in DeFi, specifically the Drip community is considered FUD, but that doesn't mean you don't want to succeed. That means you want answers to the mathematical problems that were brought up a year and a half ago that now all of a sudden we find out, oh, there was a problem.
Drip got to the very lower numbers, and then everybody and their mama had a max account, right?
So there's the problem. when it got to the lower numbers, everybody and their mama had a max account, and that led to the massive inflation. No, Ray, it wasn't just everybody and their mama that had a max account. It was people like yourself that milked the drip token to zeros and gaslit it and scrubbed the narrative in the actual drip community Telegram, getting people to join your team, shilling your link, all that good stuff, telling people it's good drip behavior while you sit in the background milking millions off of drip. That's what happened to it. Not just him, but anyone that had max wallets early on and then continued to make more and more multiple max wallets. That led to inflation. I myself was able to get one max wallet, and then I think before it turned off, I might have had a total of 3. Maybe it was like 2 and 0.8, but that definitely didn't help. So I too contributed to that. But even though my max wallets that I made, I still was wrecked. Like I'm down, like I said, $28,000 total on drip. So, but the people that made bank were like Ray, and that's why I made all those videos that you can definitely check my playlist for, because it shows you in detail what actually happened, because you could build a team and put BREAP in it, and then build 2 or 3 downlines and get all those referral rewards pumped up to your team wallet, and then just dump drip from the other accounts and take that extra drip and then build more and more max accounts. So yes, everybody and their mama had a max account for sure, and some people had more than others. But it's funny how, yeah, again, this narrative kind of just glossed over like it was the community's fault for quote unquote good drip behavior. Nope, it was definitely us being led astray, following the animal farm narrative to a T, so I gotta give credit for that. And taking advantage of the sheep and animals on the farm. But again, hopefully most of you that watch my content are awake and realize what took place, and that won't happen again. But again, if you want to know what to do and what's happening with Black Hole Finance, then join the DAO for $5,202, and you too can get updates in a VC about what's not going to actually happen, but make you feel better about losing money. All right, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.